This is called everybody's treehouse. It's everybody's. It belongs to everybody. How cool. Well, let me catch you up on things that have been going on with me in Cincinnati. Waiting for my real ID to come in the mail. And been going to Planet Fitness a lot again, getting some workouts going. I don't find myself in a regular park first thing in the morning. So I go into Planet Fitness, do the best I can, getting some different workout other than walking. And then I can get on with my day and go find a place to film or basically get things done. I will say that my voice is different here. It's scratchier and yeah. So I'll have to watch that just a little bit. Who wants a scratchy voice? Who wants to listen to that? So I'm doing the best I can, but I believe that there's the different climate is doing it to my vocal cords. I noticed also, oh my gosh, that the water, even Walmart water that I buy in a gallon jug, it tastes so different. I don't know what they're doing. Are they just filling up jugs? It tastes and smells like just tap water. Now, I'm trying to find filtered water, but they don't have it here in the Walmarts I've been to. It's either spring water or distilled water. I think I think the other couple of jugs that I got are distilled. I'm gonna think for while I'm here, I'm gonna get distilled water. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better, but yeah, it's not very tasty at all. It's like they just opened up some faucet and poured it in there. I'm used to filtered water. Although we have talked about the Berkey, I should get, shout out to Susan Clark. She posted on the Facebook group a travel Berkey. It's still a little big, but travel Berkey. I'd probably just go ahead and invest in one of those bottles that just has a filter in it. That's probably the route I'm gonna have to go inside my minivan. Because I don't want to add too many more things. I want to explain the Set Power freezer fridge. I did a review on it. It's a 12-volt compressor freezer fridge. So last Saturday morning, I thought, wow, the sun is shining. I'm going to get my freezer going, my refrigerator. I did. I started, plugged it in, started getting it cool. Went to Kroger, bought some groceries that, not everything that I could put in there, but a lot of things I could put in my refrigerator. By Saturday night, the clouds moved in. Actually, Saturday morning, the clouds moved in, and it was using a lot of power, even though I put it on econo. By Monday morning, believe it or not, by Monday morning, it had run my Jackery down to 0. Yeah, I should have unplugged it through the night, so it's bad on me, but here's where I'm at with the Set Power refrigerator. It's not for me. It just isn't. It's not for my type of setup. It's not for me, and I'm not going to. I jeopardize my Jackery. I don't know. I'm sure it took some life out of it. It's a lithium battery. You never, ever let a lithium battery run down to 0. That's what happened to my older phone, is I let it run down to 0. I wasn't even watching. It ran down to 0. It has never been the same since, yeah. So we'll see what the Jackery, but and I ended up messing with the life of a $500 piece of equipment, important equipment. The refrigerator isn't that important to me. And it was taking up a lot of space. It was big. It weighed about 20 some pounds. And if I wasn't even using it. So I've not had a good success with the Set Power freezer fridge. I think it's a wonderful refrigerator. It would be best for somebody who just uses it periodically for their trips. and somebody with a lot more power or a better setup, a bigger system. I'm not going to increase my system for something that I really can do without. And I didn't like the space that it took. So I spent Sunday with my children and we had dinner. It was a really nice time, spent time with my grandkids. It was really nice. But my son-in-law was asking me about it, so I showed it to him, and I showed him the review video that I did. He goes, "Oh wow, it's really big," and he was wondering about it. So Monday morning, I wanted it out of my van for permanently. I wanted it out, and so I dropped it off to them and said, "Here's a gift for you," and I was happy to do it. It was not a hard decision whatsoever. I needed to get rid of it, and since I am so happy with the inside of my minivan. I didn't realize it was bothering me that it was taking up so much space in the front. Yeah. So I'm happy with the inside of my minivan again. I've been actually inspired. I've been cleaning out some of my clothes drawers. I had too many clothes in my clothes drawers, and when I would pull a shirt out, I'm like, wow, this thing is all wrinkled because it was so squeezed in there. So I cleaned some of that out, and so I feel more, I don't know why, I feel more inspired with that refrigerator gone to kind of clean things out and rearrange things, make things look nice again. I think I just felt too closed in inside my minivan. So there's an update on that. That was a big deal to get that out of there, and I realized that it just wasn't for me. Might be for you, but it wasn't for me. And I've managed 4 years without a refrigerator. When I go back to boondocking, when I get back to the BLM area of the country, yeah, I'll get a cooler, and then I can run into town and get ice every once in a while. This is the fan that I use. It's an Repeller. And I want to show you the wonderful features of it, and I want to explain why this is the fan that I've settled on and that I am very happy with. I have it running right now. Let me turn it off. This is how you turn it. This is high, off, and low. It does not have a battery. On high, let's see what it takes. On high, it takes 12. On low, it takes 9. So it does draw. In the summer, it is one of the main items that draws from my Jackery. So it's important to have enough power. I'm only at 24% because I explained that the set power took away all of my energy that I had stored up in here. It ran it to 0, and that's really bad. I just want to show you the area where it was. I had this bin down here, and then I had the set power there. Look at how much more space I have again. It is awesome. It's like having 2-tier table. A table here to keep all my things on, and then a table here. So let me show you the Repeller. The reason I really like this one, let me turn this off. Here are these, you can open it up. Let me get the other one. Sometimes they're kind of hard, but look. I can take this off. This makes it so much easier to clean this. Because before when I had it, I had to like stick something in here to clean it. It's really hassle. So I bought this intentionally for this. So this goes on the top. Bring this together and push the metal down. This one's hard. I think I need to oil that. Yeah. Okay. lapel and my chill pads. And this fan, or I can spray myself down, and this fan will blow air on me. You have to have a good fan. I really recommend this one, and it's in my video descriptions and in my storefront to buy this. Now, I do have two of these. I have a gray one and a pink one. The reason I have two is because I knew that if anything happened to this or it stopped working, I do not want to wait a week to get it in the mail through Amazon. I will just go into the back of my van and I will pull it out and plug it in. That's how important a fan is to minivan dwellers or SUV dwellers, or even, high top dwellers. So this is the one that I use, Polar, and the link is in descriptions. It's a good day to come here because it's been sprinkling on and off, so people don't want to get out in the muck. Another thing I've noticed being here in Cincinnati, because I was here before, I came here with some expectations of how things were going to go. Well, that wasn't the case at all. I think it's better not to go into anything with any expectations. And I was going on the past, not the future. I was going on the way I was when I was in here in Cincinnati before I ever started a YouTube channel. Things were just so different. And I was different. And I wasn't really looking at the philosophy of look to the future, get rid of this. So I wasn't entirely I was an entirely different person. So I had these expectations coming here that it was going to be this way or that way. It's not the case at all. I'm different. And I think every year we have to understand that we grow and we're different from year to year. You know, there's a lot of studies on child development and teenagers, babies, but there are now, but in the past, there have been no studies, very little studies on older adult development. And there is a huge, if you're older, if you're a senior, you already know that. Well, of course you know that. You didn't know it until you got there, but yeah, there's a huge development going on when you become a senior. I believe now there are studies going on this area of life, this passage of life, this stage of life. Well, there are. And we continue growing, we continue learning, we continue on with these stages, even just because we become a senior, whatever a senior is. Some states are different. I know in Arizona, you became a senior when you turned 55. Now that seems so young. But let's say it's 65. You become a senior, you can, or 66, you can file for Social Security, whatever, at 66. It used to be 65. Now it's moved up a year. Well, even from 66 to 76, there's going to be a huge difference in development, ideas, growth, passages that you go through. And I bet through the 80s, through the 90s, and through the hundreds. By the way, I do believe that we were made to live. What it did say in the Bible, that God, we used to live a long time, then God limited to 120. So why can't we live to 120? You know? Yeah, I plan to. It's in my future. It's what I visualize. I know some people say, "Oh, I wouldn't want to live that long." I do. I think it'd be fun. If things end before that, fine. You know, if I get called up before that, fine. But if not, I think it'd be fun to be here and see the differences. I'm ready to see differences. Yeah. I know a lot of people are real nervous about this, the Great Reset. They talk about the Great Reset. Well, it'll be interesting. I'm ready to see it, see what's going on with this reset. Yeah. So being here in Cincinnati, I had these expectations that things were going to be this way or that way. A month ago, one of you asked me to show different ways that I prepare my canned chicken. Well, this is another way. And I like those vegetables, the mixed vegetables, I love them. But I like lima beans, and I know some of you don't. You could use green beans, peas, carrots, whatever, canned corn. And I get the little things of rice, little can of chicken, little Worcestershire sauce, and I've got a meal. This is a lot of food. This would be, actually, ideally, I could share this with somebody, but there's nobody around here. I'll share it with you. You take what you want out of this first, okay? Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now I'll take my bite. We'll see. Didn't take very long. Good. It's good. So yeah, I felt like, well, I know it's different here. I know the Midwest has a different attitude. There's going to be different attitudes, different people, different lifestyles. Yeah, different rules. It's a long way from Arizona to Cincinnati. It's like 2,000 miles. So, but I was ready to like assimilate in. It's like, okay, things are going to be this way. I'm going to fit in. I realized now that's not a good idea. I'm not going to fit in anywhere. So yeah, I realized I can only be me. I'm just going to be me. I'm the Arizona girl, the Southwestern girl, the West Coast girl in Cincinnati. And I'll just be me while I'm here. I can't be a Midwestern girl. The Mount Airy Forest in Cincinnati, Ohio, was established in 1911. It was one of the earliest, if not the first, urban reforestation project in the United States. With nearly 1,500 acres, it's the largest park in Cincinnati's park system. In this largest reforestation program undertaken by a city seen until that time, the barren land was restored to a park, largely in the 1930s by the Civilian Conservation Corps, the CCC. The rustic CCC structures are still standing and are listed on the National Register of Historic Places. So many of those in Cincinnati. The park now includes 700 acres of reforested hardwoods, 200 acres of forested evergreens, 269 acres of wetlands, 170 acres of meadows, and 120-acre arboretum. A wheelchair-accessible treehouse was built in 2006, the Everybody's Treehouse. The park offers hiking trails, an 18-hole disc golf course, and a 2-acre dog park. This is a beautiful place. I want everybody to have a really good day. Love you guys. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching it all the way through. Till next time.